I bought a new car. So I bought an R31 Skyline. We'll get to the details of it later. I'm just at Autobahn. About to see Alex and get a head unit and some speakers because it's got the factory head unit in it, or the factory radio. So yeah, first thing I need straight away is a radio that I can use. And then here's this. You guys haven't seen this for quite some time actually. Looking good though. So I got another CA bar with a CA lip, which was nice. I have actually since done a fair bit to the car. Bride Zeta, Recaro as well. Gritty matching 60mm gauges, boost. We've got water temp, oil temp, and oil pressure. Got a super airflow converter from Apexi. Tunability, but it's not wired up yet. It's just right up for revs and a couple of other things. But most importantly, so it's actually now a turbo motor out of an S14 Series 1. Instead of turboing the other motor, which was my thoughts, I was thinking of DE plus T'ing it. I just decided to buy a DET. A much better call because it was a much more simple process. And yeah, it's all good. I had like good compression across the board. I ended up, it had a T28 bush bearing, which was all right, but I ended up actually getting a T28 ball bearing out of a Spec R S15 on a stock manifold. Tom and I bought a whole bunch of stainless pipe and we welded up all these pipes. Tom actually taught me how to TIG weld that day, which I was very grateful for. So thanks, Tom. And yeah, it actually came out, not too bad. But they're pretty decent for like my first time. Yeah, Tom's a much better welder than me, but yeah, came out all right. Yeah, other little things. Found this like a real cool Apexi S14 adapter plate, which goes right onto the S14 AFM. It's a super air intake. It's pretty cool. A little HKS pressure release, radiator cap, HKS oil cap. Found a whole bunch of goodies for this. I finally found a strut brace that fits over the VCT rocker cover as well. It's very close, but it fits. I did an event with my friends, a drift event. I keep it Reet in at Pheasant Wood in New South Wales, and it was really good. The car did really well. It was just at the very end of the first day. I went a bit shallow on a corner, and essentially I hit they're not ripple strips, but they're more or rumble strips. They're more gutters. So I went a bit shallow in the corner. I went over there like it's like a soft gutter, and it knocked my dump so hard that my dump loosened off, came off, and then I did another lap, not knowing that the dump had actually came off. I knew the car was louder. I thought I'd done maybe exhaust damage of some sort, like just cracked the exhaust. But yeah, so the dump came off, and then it was so hot that it cooked my whole wiring loom just above where the dump is. So every single wire was just melted together here. So now my wiring loom is cactus. So if anyone has an S14 Series 1 SR20 DET wiring loom, and DCU probably, yeah, please hit me up because I need one. We tried on the second day to separate every wire and re-insulate them with, as you can see, the finest electrical tape / duct tape. But no, it didn't work. It ran, but it's just running on 3 cylinders. So yeah, but there's that thing. It's pretty cool still though. I'm actually about to pull it out and wash it. Right, so she's all washed. I can get her back in the garage, and then it's time to work on that. Right, so here she is, the 31. I'll start with probably the best part about it. So it's a one owner from Canberra. He bought it from Capital Nissan. Yes, it's a full service history at that same Capital Nissan. You can even see like the filters, all factory Nissan. Very, very clean. Paint wise, this is the original paint. Yeah, really good condition. It's got a few minor repairs on the front of the guards, but it's all pretty sweet. Got the TI wheels, TI stockies. Oh, ready? Interior is as clean as they come. It's got the floor mats aren't factory. They've been made up. But yeah, very 80s styling, a classic R31 interior, and it's amazing. It's like a standard radio, which we're about to change today. And this is the beige interior with the beacon red 31 colour. Now, it is a pretty clean car, so I don't want to do too much work to it, only because it's so nice and I don't want to destroy it. But there'll be some minor things. So I've got an S13 front end incoming, and I'll slap that in, and then I'm going to get some Angry Industries coilovers for the rear. I don't want to put choppies in the thing. I do want to lower it, but I don't want to commit war crimes against the car, because it would be really sad to put choppies in something so clean. These bad boys are going to be rebuilt very soon. They're currently 15 by 8 plus 26, plus 26. But yeah, I'll get another inch lip on it. So it's right now it's a 2-inch lip. Get a 3-inch lip, it'll be a really nice size. I go 15 by 9 plus 5-ish range. So one of them is actually pretty damaged, but they're SSR formula mesh. They're good wheels. They're very solid. So here's the 180, looking good in all its glory, with the watters on the front. So it's not really running right at the moment, but it still runs. So things we're going to do to the R31 today. I was picked up one of the kind of cheaper head units you can get from Autobahn. They got sorted out by Alex, a good mate. He asked me all the usual stuff, you know, what's my name, date of birth, mother's maiden name, all the usual stuff to find out, you know, model of car. Is it auto, mate? We got some Kenwood speakers with separate tweeters. They weren't too bad, like $150, they're pretty cheap. I think they're actually on special, maybe like $100. I also got one of these little bad boys, so I can run my USB wireless charger in the 31, which would be nice. And then the speaker wire, because the speaker wire in R31s is incredibly average and very thin gauge wire, so you don't really get anywhere near as good of quality out of the speakers. And I've only got 2 speakers in it. It's only got the 2 front doors. So yeah. And so some other minor things. We probably won't do them today, but I've got a dildo shifter, which is very, very cool, and it goes very well with my classic Nardi. I've had these things for a long time. It's actually the first Nardi I ever bought, and I haven't really run it on many cars, but it's really nice, this one. So I've always wanted to run it on a car, and I think it'll go well with the beige interior, and then yeah, the pink big old dildo shifter will definitely suit. So we might put that on today just to see, but we've got the roadworthy on Friday, so it might leave it out for now. But yeah, so that's kind of all the stuff that we can do today. But first, Scott and I are going to get some kebabs. Scott's come to film and help, and I'll film.
G'day, blokes.
Oh, a couple of blokes. Stay out of my floody hole. Here's a moist one for you. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to leave the stock radio in. We've got the plug though, which is down here. So we're going to wire the new head unit in down here. And then we're going to take off this Australian flag and have the head unit here. So we'll have to cut this section like there. And then, you'll pull it open. We'll have to cut 2 sections, eh? Yeah, you pull it open, and then it'll be nice and hidden behind that little panel, which will be good because it's a Bluetooth head unit, so I won't really need to see it at all. But as long as it just hooks up every time, it'll be sweet. We're not happy with the speakers, that's for sure. They come with, a separate tweeter, which is apparently much better sound-wise. But finding a place to put it in a car where you don't want to drill holes is a real pain. So we're thinking we might try and double-sided tape it up here or something. But
looks like a growth, like
just a growth from the door. Oh, it's so yuck and big. Jesus Christ, it's disgusting.
You can't do that.
So we had to put in new wire, for the speakers. And we're going to tuck the head unit in under there. Scott's thinking there is a better idea. Yeah, but we're going to have to double-sided tape it, and it's going to have to be some good double-sided tape, that's for sure.
I've got some.
Here?
Not here, but I can go get some.
I've got double-sided tape, it's not that great. Alright, so for now, we just put the speaker on down here. We're going to 3D print a nicer case, like a bezel kind of case to go around it, just to cover up all this. We don't mind the look of the face, but that's obviously a bit shitty. And then we put the tweeters up here, which is a lot nicer. You can see over there.
That door fixed.
So we're currently at the stage of we want to keep the stock one in place because it's cool, but it all works. See there. All right, so you can kind of see what I mean by I've had to modify this as that had a back to it now to fit the hedge unit down there. In terms of keeping it factory, I know that I have to cut some interior plastics, but I think it's I personally think it's worth it because then I can have the thing looking factory with just factory radio, and then just it's got a head unit with Bluetooth and better speakers so that I can enjoy the car more so while driving it, but keeping it as factory looking as possible in here. So okay, so I'm all done, and yeah, there's the finished product. So it's really neat. I can still access the volume, source, that kind of stuff. If I need to, use the radio as well, as it is hooked up to the aerial. And then there's the factory, little Phillips head unit, which is super neat because the thing still just looks, super factory and super nice. That's pretty much it for today with the car. Other than that, I got a few things planned for it, but not much. I'll leave this steering wheel on for now until I get the roadworthy. The shifter I can leave on because that's pretty easy to just take off. It's 2 seconds. I know the steering wheel's not hard either, but I don't want to put it on yet and get excited about using my wood grain Nardi when look, these wheels are pretty nice anyway, but after the roadworthy then I'll do it. But I might just end the video with some clips from the Keep It Reet event that I did with the 180. As I got a few clips there of me driving, not many, but I might just end it there.